Hey there, welcome back. Now from this lecture, let us start our task with token authentication. Now before writing any type of code, before working on any type of setting, let us first understand this concept. So let me move towards my blackboard. Here we are going to understand this step by step about this concept actually. So to log in on any type of website, you need username or password. It can be email or password or username or OTP, something like this. So our first end is going to be login ID. So we need a ID as well as some password. Now we send this request from maybe our mobile application or through Postman in our case, or maybe if you are working from a front end. So we send this request to our own endpoint. So we define a URL in our URL setting and we say that okay, you need to send username and password to a particular link, that is to a particular endpoint. So that means they are going to send a request to our endpoint. So they are going to send request to this endpoint. Now once they send this request to our endpoint, we are going to verify this username and password definitely, and then we are going to give them a token. You can call this as a slip, receipt or anything else. The best example is if you visit any parking, they usually give you a token. And if you come back to them, if you show them this token, they allow you to take your car or do anything else. So we return them a token. Now this token is an entry ticket to our website, suppose. Now they are allowed to do anything with respect to all our permissions. They are allowed to do anything with this token. So that means once they log in to our website, we send them a token. Now if they want to visit any type of page, they need to carry this token. Maybe they are going to visit account page. So let me call this as account, and they are going to visit account section of our website. In future, maybe we are Amazon. So they are visiting this account section of our website. What they need to do is they need to show this token number with their request. And how to use this token number? So what we do is in our header, we use this authorization and here we pass our token. So whenever we are sending any request, we need to carry this token number. Maybe they want to access any other page. Maybe they want to access their own review. So we have a review section, we have a review endpoint, and they need to carry this token to this page also in the form of header. So they carry this header and they have this authorization and this token. So whenever they are going to carry this token, they are allowed to access it. Otherwise, they are not allowed. And same process followed for each and every page which has some restriction. So whenever we have some restriction like is authenticated, that means we need to check if the user is authenticated or not. So if is authenticated is called, we are going to verify they are carrying a token or not. I hope you got the basic idea with my bad diagram. Now how we are going to follow this process, how we are going to create this token or how we are going to carry this token. So let me clear this up and discuss our plan. So my end plan is pretty simple. We have a user. If a user come to our registration page and they register an account, we are going to generate token in our database. So we are going to store them in our database. There will be a new field in our database known as token. Currently we have reviews or everything else. So basically behind the scene we have a token model and we are going to store token for each individual in our database once the user is registered. Now we are going to return this token to user. So if they want to access any page just after registration, they can do that. Now once a user log out, so that means the user left the site or the user clicked on logout button, we are going to destroy this token. That means now they will not be able to send a request to any type of page because account page need token and they don't have, or maybe any other page need token, they don't have a token. But if they need a token, they need to log in again. So the user need to log in again. And once they log in, a new token will be generated. So now if they visit this account page, they have this token. If they click on logout, we are going to destroy this token. It's according to our requirement because from the front end, we don't need to destroy token. We can just stop carrying this token from our header part. That's it. So we uncheck this and now they are not able to send a authentication request. So I hope you got the idea. This is a basic example that we want to build, and I'm really sorry about this bad handwriting as well as this explanation, but the major part is you need to understand how we are going to utilize the token. This will be much more clearer to you once you start implementing this step by step. So let me close this with the current basic idea in mind is to generate a token for a user. Let me get back here, and I hope you got the idea. So the first thing we need to do is definitely configure according to token authentication. So in my settings.py, currently we have this basic authentication. We need to use token. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this one, add a comma here, and I'm going to mute this. That means comment this. We are not going to utilize it, and here I am going to use token authentication. Yeah, this looks fine. So this is our first setting. Let me also keep this inside here. It's going to be commented, so that will be fine. Now the next thing we have to do is we have to install a new app which is known as REST Framework.auth token. Now why we are using this app? Because we need to create a new table inside our database known as token. So for each individual we are going to store a token. So I'm going to copy this one, and here let me get back, just scroll up a bit to my installed app, and here I'm going to add this token. That means my app name. So we are going to use this auth token. Now we have to migrate again and do all the changes. But before that, make sure you understand why we are doing this manage.migrate, because we are going to create a new table that is going to store token for each individual user. So before moving forward, let us migrate. Let me break this server. Yep, I have applied all the changes. Let me try to run my server again. Now there is going to be one problem, that currently we have 2 users and we haven't generated their token. So first let me jump onto the admin panel. I'll log in with Shubham. Now we have this token section in which we can store all our token. That will be automated, don't worry. And we currently have these 2 users. So we need to do a lot of setting that automatically create token every time we log in, or different other settings. So the first thing I'm going to do is generate a token for Shubham. So if I save this one, you can see this is generated right now manually, but we need to do all these steps automated. So let me also generate it for John and save this one. Yep, this is fine. Let us move on to our next part. This is done manually. Otherwise we need to delete all the users, create super user again, and we have to do all the tasks, which is going to be time consuming. But I hope you got the idea. We just generated these 2 tokens manually. Now the next part we have to focus is we need to understand how to log in through this Postman, how to access any page, or how to send these requests. Earlier we were sending this request to this basic thing and then this encoded thing. How to do that? So in the next lecture we will understand about login. We will also understand after login how to get this token. We will also understand how to send this token on our review page, get review detail with the help of our token. So this is going to be our main motive in the next lecture. I hope this lecture was helpful and you got the basic idea. Thank you for following, and I see you guys in the next one.